What's going on, Facebook friends? This is AJ, and this is my 2007 BMW 750i. I've had trouble starting it. It didn't want to start. Actually, it would turn over, but it would not start. The problem was the fuel pump had no power. So I assumed the fuel pump went out at first. And I've tried to order the new one, and they told me it was like $600. So before you guys try doing that, try this first thing out. After trial and error of trying to figure out what was wrong with it, I even checked the fuses and everything, and come to find out it is this module right here. It is called the sbsr module. It controls the fuel pump and it controls the airbags. And for some reason, these cars are really known for that problem. Actually, my airbag light is on right now. And there's also, if you have another problem, which is you have power to the car, but the motor will not turn over, I suggest you change your IVM module, which is located right here under this box. Just a couple of screws. That's all you have to do is just pop it like this, take this one off, and you see this little cover right here. All you have to do is pop this one off, and there's like a small black box with 11 fuses in it. That one usually goes bad, and it causes the car to not crank. So if you're having that problem, I suggest you do that first, because it's a really common problem with BMWs, with 6 Series and 7 Series. So like I said, after checking all the fuses and everything, and I had power going in here to these wires, and I had no power coming out. I had the ignition on, and I tested it with my light, and all I did was I unplugged it and I plugged it back on, and the fuel pump came right on. Like, actually, I just saved myself maybe $1,000 or so just for doing that. And it's located right here on the between the driver's side and the passenger side door, front door, and the rear door. And it's actually right here, it's mounted right here, right on top of the seatbelt. And before that, I've tried checking power to the fuel pump right here, and I had no power. So I just traced it back, and I looked online, and I traced it back, and it came back to this sbsr module, which it controls the airbags and it controls the fuel pump. And as of you know, and some of you don't, BMWs, especially the 7 Series, does not have a fuel pump relay. Whatever controls it is in this box right here. So before trying and changing your fuel pump, or trying to buy a new module, just first things first, just check your fuses, and hopefully it's not a big problem. And if it is, if you're having the same problem as I am right now, just take your time, and hopefully this would help you, because it took me maybe 4 hours to check everything out and trace it back to this module here. And after unplugging it and plugging it back on, the fuel pump came right on. So hopefully, guys, this will help you out a lot. And for if you have any questions, hit me up. All right.